Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate.
What's up, guys? This is the Til You Collapse Podcast. I am Brian. I'm your host, and it's been a while, but we're back again with Memito Conchito Bonito.
Back again.
Been busy. It's always busy. My life's busy as fuck, but I love it.
Yeah.
I can be busier. Give me more of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can take it.
We love it.
Love it. But I have a new podcast. I actually started a new podcast. It happened kind of sporadically. So you know this Til You Collapse Podcast, all you guys that listen and follow this, I appreciate you. This is more mindset, business, sometimes fitness, but a lot of tactical shit based on my experiences to help you win and help you to level up in different areas. I started another podcast. It's called Daddy Talk. Funny name, I get it, but it's more like just conversational, funny, lighthearted, parenting, talks with dads, me being a dad, more parenting, fatherhood, alpha type shit. There is some business, mindset, fitness stuff sprinkled in there, but it's just more of a conversational type of vibe. So check it out. If you go on Apple Podcasts, you just type in Daddy Talk. We'd love to see your guys' thoughts on it. Listen to it. It's just the album cover is just black with white writing. It says Daddy Talk by Brian Nabavi. Check it out. Let me know what you think. We have a couple episodes up. Not going to forget about you. The goal for me is to do one episode on each a week. So 2 podcasts a week, one of each. I think I can make it happen.
Yeah.
What do you think, Memo?
Definitely. We usually have guests for the Daddy Talk too, like dads talking. So it's pretty.
Yeah. That's the thing. And here's the thing. Like, it's just finding guests because like my last guest probably could have been on both.
Easily.
But we chose Daddy Talk. So it's like, even maybe if we have a guest, we can like record a Til You Collapse podcast with a certain focus and then
the Daddy Talk, just anything.
Because if someone fits both, why don't we get 2 episodes out of it? Just different topics.
Exactly.
We should have done that with Justin. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're doing it. The thing is, we're just taking action.
Doing it,
like
exactly.
I preach to you guys, like do it first and figure it the fuck out later, right? Been crazy. Catch you guys up. So I started renting my cars on Turo. You guys know I'm passionate about cars. I'm also passionate about money and hustling. So I have a few nice cars. Why not monetize them? Why not make money off them? So
exactly.
I actually just got the Lambo listed today. I think that's the one that's going to be most popular and make the most money.
Yep.
So guys, check out Turo. It's, I'm just trying to make money in every avenue possible. So my goal is to create a fleet of cars that I love, that I would drive and I will drive and make money off them. So we'll see how it goes.
Exactly. The only Lamborghini Urus in all of Sacramento you can rent from Turo.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
See, I haven't rented a car. No one's rented the AMG yet. It's only been a week or 2, but I think it's priced a little high. But like for me, I don't need to rent them. So if you're not going to pay the money to play, then fuck it. You know?
I mean, who wouldn't want a nice
I
car
don't
for a
have
day
to
like
rent
that?
them, so
Yeah.
there's a premium for those. Another thing in the gym, man, my son pushed me yesterday.
Yeah.
That fucking guy. He's I talked about him. You guys know I talk about him. He's, being a dad and parent and teaching him to work out has kind of been my everything. And he's just very strong. I mean, he's only 15 and a half years old, and he's, repping 90-pound dumbbells on incline and 225 on incline. And he really pushed me because ever since I tore my chest, I've been physically and mentally different in the gym. It's just reality. It's just, I talk about mental toughness, and this is 100% show you guys. A lot of it's mental. It is physical because my chest doesn't feel the same. It hurts. It feels weird. And, working out for me used to be, just intense as fuck. I loved pushing myself. I used to lift heavy as fuck. And that was part of my passion behind it, is challenging myself every time, pushing myself mentally and physically every time. And when I tore my chest, and I was 37 years old, now I'm 40 years old. It's been about 3 years. I'm 40 years old, so my limitations are different now. Your body's different. Everything's different. And I don't want to injure myself again. So ever since I did that, I was really fucked mentally and physically. I got really in almost the worst shape of my life. I lost a bunch of muscle, and you guys saw my transformation where I lost about 30, 40 pounds and I got back in shape. You've seen the pictures. That kind of happened after that, and then the transformation happened over the last couple of years. But I really, as far as pressing movements, shoulder press, chest press, incline, stuff like that, I really haven't gone that heavy. Just because physically I feel it feels weird, and mentally I'm like, fuck, I did a partial tear, so theoretically my chest is like half there, and I don't want to tear it all the way, and I don't want to tear it again. And that'd be horrible, especially now I'm a little older. I don't want to have surgery. You know, I love working out, and that having that taken from me again, I don't want to go to that mental place again. So that's always been in my mind. It's in my mind. And it, honestly, as strong as I am mentally, just keeping it real with you guys like I do, it has been holding myself back. And case in point, yesterday, you know, the most I've been doing on incline dumbbell is like 70 pounds. 80 pounds once in a while. I really don't even do barbell anymore. And my son, he's getting strong, and I got to let that motherfucker know who daddy is, okay? Because I'm daddy. And you guys know you have a son that's growing up. You got to be the alpha of the household. Let them know who the king dingaling is. And this kid's knocking on the door, and I'm like, I can't let this kid lift heavier than me. Like, he's lifting 90-pound dumbbells and like 15 years old. Like, I'm stronger and bigger than my dad. Yeah, you know, nope, that ain't happening. So yesterday, he was in the 90s. I did 100s. And it's been, you know, when I was my strongest, I was using 160 pound dumbbells. Yesterday, I was like, fuck it. If my chest memo was there, I'm like, this shit tears. You're going to have it on video. Fuck it. Like, I got to push myself, you know. It'd been 3-4 years since I even lifted that kind of weight. But I did it easily 15 times. This shows you the mental block right there. Physically, I could do it because I did it. And it was fine. But mentally, I've been fucking psyching myself out. Like, I don't want to rip this again, which rightfully so. Like, because there's got to be a point when you're smart and you're careful. Like, I don't want to be stupid and just lift hella heavy weight and then, okay, my chest ripped. Oh, I got to get surgery. I'm off lifting again for 6 months.
If you weren't scared, I would have been worried.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
You have to have some, you know, it's, you know, there's a happy medium because you got to take chances. You got to take risks. You got to be fearless at times. But you also have to be smart. I feel like it's a delicate balance. And me, you know, for me, the difference between 70 and 100 pounds, really is that big a difference? There's a little bit of difference, but like, I'm not trying to grow a bunch of muscle. I'm happy with my size at 40 years old. I'm not taking any more supplements above what I take now. Like, if I look like this for the rest of my life, I'm happy. You know what I mean? So like, whatever keeps me looking like this. But then again, the fucking alpha in me and the fighter in me wants to continue to push myself. And that's just what I do in every aspect of life. So it's hard to governor off that. But then when I got this kid knocking on my door, I got to make sure he knows who daddy is. So it was great. He pushed me. Love the kid. I did 225 on incline Smith machine. So it's not quite 225, but it felt good. I did that 10 times and it was great. Memo was there. He videotaped it. I'm going to post a video later today, but it's just crazy. You know, we try to inspire and be there for our kids and motivate them. But in turn, this kid did it for me. And it's kind of a trip, man. But it was great. It was a great workout. And I feel good for doing it. I'm not even really that sore. I don't get that sore anymore. It's wild.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about being like a bodybuilder or a weightlifter.
Yeah, I've been doing it for so many years.
Exactly.
My body's so accustomed to it, you know? Like, It's weird. Like, you would think I just did that kind of weight yesterday more than I have in years. I don't really feel sore flexing it. It's weird.
Interesting.
What else I want to talk about? Okay, so one thing I want to dive into is, you know, you guys listening to this, a lot of you guys that have started business or looking to start businesses, I need you guys to listen to me. You guys need to know what the fuck your numbers are. What do I mean by that? A lot of times I talk to business owners, I coach people, you see people on Shark Tank all the time. They ask you, what are your numbers? You know, what are your costs? What are your profit margins? What are you making? And a lot of times you don't even know what the fuck are you making. How do you have a profitable business and how do you succeed if you don't even know what your numbers are? You don't know how to read your numbers. You don't know how to follow your numbers. You don't even know what kind of money you need to be making. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Educate yourself. It's not that difficult. And I get it. You want to jump in. You want to start business and take action. That's positive. But you also need to know money. Because if you're losing money, you're not going to have a business. If you're not making money, you're not going forward. So the main thing is, the reason why I picked my business is it has such a high profit margin. You know, profit margin, you know, a lot of businesses, like as far as what my business nets and the profit margins is comparable at times. I've seen businesses that do 15, 20 million, which is a lot more top line, like the overall gross before all your expenses and before what you net. But I make more money doing far less gross. So when you're starting a business and you're looking into business, obviously money's not everything, but you have to make money. You're not going to make impact without money. You're not going to create opportunities without money. Money, profit is where it comes down to. So I am talking to you guys, please know your numbers as far as profit margin. Do you guys even know what that is? The percentage of profit margin versus what you're selling it for, what it costs. And the thing is like a lot of businesses run off 10 to 30% profit margin, which is crazy to me because the amount of volume that you have to do to net and make profit at a high rate is crazy. So like with my business, I typically try to stay within 50 to 80% profit margin. And so whatever business you have, you need to calculate that. And if you don't know how to calculate that, Google that shit. And business is hard. And here's the thing. You're going to go through ups and downs. And I'm going to share some shit with you guys that's real. As far as business ups and downs, like I've shared with you guys over the last couple of years, we've been down, and we're down now. And it's a mental game. And this is where mental toughness coming in. And I talk about you don't fail unless you quit. Are you going to quit? Because I've talked about it all the time. This shit is hard as fuck. But quitting is hard as fuck. So you got to choose your hard. What's harder? Quitting on your dreams, quitting on your hopes, quitting on what you've worked on for years, or fucking swallowing your pride and losing and pivoting and changing, realizing that you're going to go up and you're going to go down. You're going to get punched in the face and you're going to fucking fall down. But are you going to get the fuck back up? Because I'll be real with you guys. Like what I've made over the last year, even recently, what I've made monthly, I've made in 24 hours, Did you guys hear what I just said? Like I've made multiple six figures almost in 24 hours. And then I've also had months where I made that in a month. You want to talk about a punch to a gut? Think about that for a second. Like you think that's easy? I got my team is my everything. They count on me. I got my family. They count on me. I talked to my team this morning. I talk to them. I'm very open with my team. We're a family here. I talk to them about goals. I want them to envision them reaching all their life goals here in my company. So I share things with them because they're going to be hopefully my leadership team as this company grows. So I talk to them about profit margin. I share numbers with them. We talk about numbers. We had a meeting this morning where we talked about our day yesterday. We had a great day yesterday. We made more yesterday than most people make in a month, a few months actually, which is great. But I also told them like the reality of my life, which most people don't realize, business owners, and why I say this shit's not for everybody. Like I talked about what I need to do monthly, daily, minimum. And they were like, what the fuck? And that's the reality of it. Like this shit is not for most, which is great because that fires me up because it's for me. And I love being different than everyone else out there. Because if you truly want to stand out, if you truly want to have things that most people have, experiences, cars, memories, amazing things that most people never experience in their fucking life, you need to do shit that most people don't fathom doing in their life. And do that shit daily. Do that shit for years. Did you hear what I said? That's why I say this shit's not easy, because it's not. You're going to be up. You're going to be down. You're going to make more than you have ever made. You're going to make less than you've ever made. And sometimes back and forth. It's a mind fuck. But you know what? That's why I talk about your mindset needs to be stronger than anything else. Because if your mind's not there, you're going to crumble. How does your mind get there? Your mind gets there through experiences, through doing, through losing, through getting back up and realizing that even if you lose, you still have a chance in another day, a chance to keep going. Oh, I don't have money. I don't give a fuck what you got to do to get the money to keep your company going. I have all these side hustles. I have other companies. I'm bringing money in from every other way. Why do you think I don't put my eggs all in one basket? I'm betting on me because I'm the one driving all these different cars, and there's not many of them. There's a few. But I'm not going to lose. And wherever I have to bring money in from to keep this company growing, to keep investing back in this company, to keep rewarding my team members for the work they do and keep them getting raises and keep them motivated and keep them inspired to want to be here and create a life here, then I need to do that shit hell or high water. There's no option because this shit all falls on me. It doesn't fall on anything else. Their lives and success and them being able to pay their bills and buy new things, that's on me. My family, being able to eat, live comfortably, that's on me. So realizing that you're a business owner, you're the last person to think about. I'm the last one I think about because I think about all these other people before me. And where all you motherfuckers have it twisted is you're thinking about yourself before you think about your team and your family. And that's where you have it backwards. Because you need to be inspired and driven by your mission and your purpose, which for me is my family and my team. Bottom line. I mean, I like nice things, but I'll sell all my cars tomorrow. Fuck renting my cars. I got a fucking 91 Honda CRX out there. And I've told you guys before, I said it before, if it ever gets to the point where we're not profitable and we're going negative for long enough time, I'm selling everything. And that's fine. I'm fine with that because I've had nothing. And if I have nothing again, that's fine because you know what? I'll get it all back. But it has to make sense. And if you're struggling and if it's hard, that's fine because that's the name of the game and you're going to be there. It's going to happen. But don't create a facade and don't struggle and put unnecessary stress on yourself trying to keep this image alive and living this facade like I know so many of you do. Driving the cars you want to drive, driving cars you shouldn't drive, fucking living beyond your means to live this life and live this image that's not true, broke as fuck with $5 in the bank account. That's not living. Be real with yourself and everybody else of wherever the fuck you are at in your life, in your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your travel? Your fucking story?
Your journey.
Your journey. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Fuck, it would have sounded so good if I hit that on the point. In your journey. Because real recognize real. And we live in a life of a fucking world of fake. And I don't like that shit. I respect and I love when I see the posts on social media talking about losing, talking about going through the mud, talking about where they're at, where they've been, whether they've been up and they're back down, whether they've been down and now they're back up, than somebody who's, flashing and showcasing this life. But then I hear that, how broke they are really or what they are. Like, just tell me you're broke. Tell me you're struggling. Because you know what? I've been broke before. I'm struggling. I've struggled plenty. I relate to that shit. I don't relate to having a facade and being fake to pretend I'm something I'm not. That I don't fuck with. I don't relate with that. So that's all I really wanted to talk about this podcast. Memo, is there anything you want to talk about? What did you get from that little fucking preach session right there? Did you get anything? I saw your eyes were twinkling a little bit.
That we have a lot of room to grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have a lot of things to do.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
And that's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunity,
Yeah.
And it's exciting, and the fact that,
the fun part is definitely the journey.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. It is the fucking journey, bro. Yeah. I love the journey. And honestly, the thing with me is I'm so strong-willed and my mindset is so strong. Like, I even love the losing part of the journey because, like, for me, the last few years, what we've had to adjust in the company to continue to be profitable and continue to go on the route we need to is shit that had to be adjusted anyways. Mm-hmm. And, it should have been that way from the start, honestly. And losing in difficult times forced us to do that. And now we're at a place that we should have been. And like I said, this is my first rodeo. No one taught me this. I taught myself this. This is my first company I've ever had at this level. I'm learning as I go.
Everything's trial and error.
Yeah. It's the fucking journey. And the journey is, the problem is people don't think that way. They don't enjoy the journey. They don't want the journey. They just want the destination. Mm-hmm. They want the finish line. And they don't realize if I gave you a company that was doing $10 million a year for say, and I placed you in that company, just, okay, you've never owned a company, you've never been a business owner. Here's a company doing $10 million in revenue. Here, run it. This is your company. It'll crash and burn.
Pretty fast.
You want to be there. You want to be making that money and balling, but you don't realize that point from 0 to 10 million is what's required. That journey, those scars and those lessons are what's required to even be able to do that when you get to that point. It's crazy. Yeah. And that's with anything in life. Mm-hmm. Working out, everything, right? Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yeah. You don't even realize when you do make it. That's the thing about it as well.
No.
Like you get to a point like 4 years ago, if I found out where I was now, it still hasn't really hit me, honestly.
Well, like you said, I liked what you said, that post you made a week ago or something.
On my story about this older guy.
Yeah. Talk about that. That's a cool little story to share.
Like this older 60-year-old
Well,
gentleman.
share the story, though, like when you got the car, you started here, like preface it a little bit.
Oh, so pretty much before I started working here, I had a 2017 Hyundai Elantra, right? Just a normal basic car to give me a commuter, point A to point B, workaholic. Started working here, slowly started just working more, making more money, building myself up. Eventually that led to me getting a new Mercedes, right? With the help of Brian, obviously, with a little deal.
Well, we did, yeah. They owed me a deal, so not only you were making a little more money, but they pulled some shit. They
pulled some strings.
They owed me some shit from the G-Wagon deal they fucked me on. Anyways.
Don't get me wrong, I was excited having the car. I was extremely nervous driving it. My hands were sweating for like the first 2 weeks straight. I was very cautious.
Sweaty ass palms.
Keeping those seats wide and clean.
Suede steering wheel all fucked up already?
I definitely wiped that steering wheel down several times.
Sweaty ass palms? What's wrong with you?
Having to pay to get detailed all the time, everything like that. But slowly getting used to having the car, as in driving around every day.
You're how old are you again? 24?
I'm only 24 years old.
You're so young,
yeah.
bro. Sometimes you make me so mad and then I forget you're 24. Like that thing yesterday, fucking guy. That's a good story. We'll tell them that story too. Let's finish the story first. But anyways, it's a $80,000-$90,000 car.
Yeah, it's top
at
of the
24 years old. I tell you guys what, when I was 24 years old, I wasn't driving an $80,000-$90,000 car. So this kid's doing pretty good for himself.
Yeah.
So anyways.
And obviously I'm driving every day. It's my daily as of now until probably next year. Like a week ago, I pull up to the gas station trying to get gas real fast, right? This guy who's like in his older 60s just drives by me in like a 2017 model of the same as that car I have, right?
So that was the older body style.
The older body style, yeah, because he didn't realize what my body style was. Yeah. And so he pulls back around, pulls up right next to me. He asked me, "Hey, what model is that?" I says the AMG CLA 45. He's like, "Oh shit, that's my car." And then I said, "You want to check it out?" And he literally parked his car, got out, all excitement, started looking inside the car. This guy's like almost 70 years old, right? Old ass guy. His car was pristine. It looked really nice. Sure. It was clean. It was well kept. Obviously, he obviously loved that car. Yeah. And he just saw mine. He was like in all about it. I was like,
and that puts some perspective.
Yeah, because it's like some people work all their lives for a car like that. Yeah. Right? And he's like a 2017, 2018 model, and I have a brand new 2022. And so it just kind of hit me for a second, like fuck. Like
gratitude?
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
And it still have so much more room to grow.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm excited for.
That's amazing. And the thing is, bro, is like, and I preach to you, I tell you, like, yeah, you've done a lot and you've earned it all, but like the work doesn't stop. You know, you got to work harder. You got to work smarter. You got to work longer. Like I said, we have our certain time each day. It's becoming as urgent, as efficient in those hours of the day. And then once you really maximize that out, which takes a long time to really maximize that out, then the only thing to do is add hours or add days. And then, you know, once you get to that point, you got to figure out your balance thing and what works for you and really what you want goal wise and what you want, you know,
taking on more responsibilities and just growing overall.
Everything.
Yeah. A lot of room to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides yesterday, we fixed that though.
So yesterday, sometimes I just want to fucking this kid. So yesterday we recorded a really cool video of me and my son working out. The story I told you guys in the beginning of this podcast. I'm going to post it on my Instagram tonight, so check it out. But it was a cool, more of a it was definitely a hard workout video, which Memo has been doing great, growing and editing these harder workout videos. But like there was also like a family and like a more vulnerable aspect to it, which I wanted. Like my son, it's my family, so I was like talking before and doing all this cutesy shit with him and stuff like that. And then I'm excited for it, and this guy brings me the fucking edit. He brings me the edit, and like I watched the video and it's great, and I'm like, well, where's all the shit? Like the shit I really was looking forward to, like the talking parts and the part with me and my son and stuff like that. And I'm like, where's that at? And he's like, this guy's like, I didn't record the audio, and I fucking lost my shit. I'm like, bro, how long you been doing this shit? What do you mean you didn't record the audio?
So the cameras, and when you shoot, I shoot in slow-mo while I do the workout videos, and none of the cameras record audio as you shoot in slow-mo, and I just forgot to change the setting when he was talking. It's just,
he just forgot to say.
But we fixed it. We
fixed it. Actually, we pulled a G move.
Yep.
We did some creative shit, and it worked out. It actually looked great.
It looks good.
Yeah. I mean, I actually haven't watched the final one you sent me, but if it's the same as one,
it's the same. Yeah,
it's perfect. So you guys will see it. But anyways, don't want to keep this podcast too long. I hope you got something from this podcast. Do me a favor, share it, tag me, post it. Check out Daddy Talk Let me know what you think. Appreciate you guys. We're out.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do.